Hey, good evening. We're here at the hotel. I think I might have to hook up the the box though. Let's see how this is working here. Let me get the internet here. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we need to swap this over internet, Super 8 Wi-Fi. We want to hook to Moxie. As soon as I get this working, I'll invite people in. So we'll copy the invite link and we need to, yeah, that's really bad. Let's swap over here and connect. I guess too many people are on the Super 8 Wi-Fi. So let's refresh this screen. There we go. Still don't look very good. Hmm. What's the deal? Let's see here. Okay, gotta turn that off. Stop scan. Okay. Got too many things going here. I think I'm gonna need somebody to come in and host this because it don't look very good. Let's let's go here and we'll go here. I might have to restart my computer at the bench. Boy, it's slow. You know what? I'm gonna dump this stream and I'm gonna restart it because it's just not very good. Let's see here. Yep, it's just not very good. Oh, wait a minute, it's coming around. Okay, we'll go ahead and run with this one, and if it doesn't work out, we'll dump it and get another one. So the link I'm going to post is at the bench. New topic. Come on now. Friday night chat. And link. Control V. Post. We're going to close this. And we're going to open this. And okay, so let's see how this is working here. Pull that open. Oh yeah. Yeah, it worked. It cleared up. Okay, we got too much light going on here. Oh, I need to take down the airplane. So let's see here. I don't remember how to do this stuff. Video, virtual background. No, there we go. We could blur it, I guess. That'd help on bandwidth. Okay. All right. We're lagging a little bit, but that's all right. Let's talk about what happened today. This morning at 8:45 or 8 o'clock, it was raining, terrible rain. So the the meet was moved to 10. I'm going to dump that too. There we go. Let me turn this off. Nope, that ain't no good. Turn the backlight off. There we go. That's more better. All right, the meet was moved till 10 o'clock. And I don't remember who first was on deck. Most of the Chinese team are flying from Pablo Kravchenko or whatever. There are also some axiomas there. They sure look similar. But this, let's see, similar, but then due to the old school planes in their old way anyway. Well, 99% of them were sharks. Anyhow, we'll look at some of these comments here we got. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Get the photos and let's see. All these. Here we go. Round 3 begins tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow's the day that I go home. Constantine, best score was 1045. Jung Bing Chu, best score was 1041. Kirsten Brzezinski, best score was 1028. Matt Cullen, best score was 1017. Chris Cox was 1024. Fitzgerald, best score was 1057. Orestes was 1092. Murray Howell, best score was 1025. Zun Yang, best score was 1059. X Latong, 1074. Yang Lu, best score was 1065. Now these have all change on it to 0.88 or 50 or whatever. Mashiro Utsamu, best score was 1049. Soshio Nogami was 1031. Marco Valera, 1088. And Lu Zhang, best score was 1046. A lot of good flying today. Yeah, it looks pretty good there on that. Roy Lane says, good afternoon. Well, it's evening time now. And if somebody don't come in quick to relieve me, we're going to end because I'm dead tired. Sat in that sun all day. If my face looks red, it's because it is. I'm sunburned. Had a good time these 2 weeks, but I got to tell you, I'm model airplaned out. go in the shop and go to work. I don't want to go out. I don't want to spend another week at the field. It's ridiculous. I'd rather be up there in the air conditioned room and sanding and making something. This is, I don't think I'll do that again. A 2 week model airplane adventure. 1 week is plenty. The Nats, I have a pretty good time. Danny just left. We had dinner tonight. We stopped and got us a bone-in ribeye steak. And that was pretty good. So let's charge this, make sure that's working. Yeah, that's all working. I hope the videos were good enough for you. Brett Buck said, let's look what Brett had to say. Home. Boy, I like my setup at home better than this, that's for sure. Come on now. There we are. Log in. All right. From Stunhanger. 2024 Worlds. Oh, Dave Tribble is posting some pics tonight. Yesterday, majority of the Nats participants departed the L-Pad and Muncie. Yesterday, the majority of the Nats participants departed the L-Pad and Muncie. Today, the world competitors began to pour in. So far, I've seen Mongolia, Brazil, Japan, China, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, New Zealand at the field. Unfortunately, brisk winds that plagued us for the last couple of days. The Nats returned in the afternoon just to test flying and practice challenging. As expected, Shark Week is here. He only guesses it's 60 or 70%, but I think it's higher. One of the models seen so far are yet Cincos, but there are a few Blue Max airplanes. Those are the Japanese pilots. While the majority are electric, there are a smattering of Stockery, Discovery Retros, IC engines. I've seen 2 lady flyers so far. Each team allowed 1 female in addition to their regular senior crew. The ladies are from Mongolia and Italy. Well, what about my China girl, Lu Zhang? It's nice that most of the teams have at least 1 member who speaks English pretty well, except maybe Japan. What's more amazing of how many speak 3 or 4 or 5 languages and converse with each other. We've seen 2 mishaps as far in practice. One shark had the landing gear pull out and another ejected the battery during the horizontal 8. A young man landed airplane without further damage. Proper battery mounting techniques were shown to be shown to the competitor. Yeah. A couple of interesting failures. Yeah. Of features. First, counter rotating props. I didn't catch any details on the Max B. The Red Bull one, which is in the red and blue paint. The second was the folding prop on Christoph's Model E Germany. This is to reduce the drag during the no. Max score requires a 1 glide level flight altitude to touch down. Give that a try at home with a smooth and continuous descent to touchdown. It is difficult. Photo. Yeah, the kind of rotating prop was something else, and the folding prop was that's all I could get because I talked to the guy. Let's see here. I had a thread here. And by the way, that Christoph follows my YouTube builds, and he told me thank you. I've helped him along the way. I told him to sand closer to the sandpaper for longer periods of time for a shine, and he'll be doing that on his next model. Okay. Okay, here's my thread. As I write this morning at 6:45, the rain and thunder are looming. Normally I head out, but I know there'll be a rain delay, so I will wait until official flights are set to begin at 8. I will not be standing in the rain. Be sure to check my YouTube channel streams for channel updates. And Brett Buck wrote pretty nicely. He said, "Looks really good. I have been watching. It's a very nice picture, plenty good enough to see the larger mistakes." And then Rusty, thank you very much for streaming this. It was excellent. I appreciate you moving when those people moved in front of you. Yeah, I sent some money with the expense. Okay, good. Been watching. Thanks for your efforts. Very much appreciated. Yeah, during the latter part of the day, I had to I had to move. I mean, I had to get in under the shade. So I had Charles hold the camera and proceeded to the car to get the tripod and so sat under the shade while can't get in, still trying to. Phil, I'm going to post this here because I'm not gonna play around. We got to get going. If it's asking for a passcode, let me know, and I'll put the passcode invite, and I'll put the passcode in the at the bench thread. 727. Let's go here. Too many windows open. And of course it won't copy invitation. All right, let's Friday night hangout. Modify. Enter, paste. There you go. All right, save. It's got the passcode. Somebody's come in. You have to turn up your volume, Phil. I can't hear you.
Oh, I hadn't said anything yet.
I hear somebody in the background.
Oh, that's probably the TV upstairs. Now my
Okay.
light quit. I don't know why, but my light quit. Oh well. Anyway,
What motel are you in?
I'm not. I'm at my daughter's house in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. If you're in a motel, these lights go out by themselves.
Oh, these do. She's got this house wired where it's on some kind of crazy system. If I move around, it'll probably come on. But just sitting here, it went off. I don't know. I'll go check and see if I can get it to come back on in a second. But anyway, had to come down and pick up my terrorist. She was keeping my dog while I was gone for 10 days.
I wonder why my picture is not stretched. Video.
See, everybody's too tired to come in tonight.
Hold on. Oh, camera. I don't know. I know this, that it come 8 o'clock, if nobody else is here, I'm shutting it down and going to sleep. Because today's going to be tomorrow's going to be a long day.
Tomorrow's the finals, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 15 flights left.
Yeah.
One more round.
Never count David or Orestes out, that's for sure. But that Lou is really looking good. She was amazing.
Yeah, but she's out. She's not going to make the podium.
No, she's not.
No, her last flight was in the 998. The winds were up. She's not strong enough to hold the airplane. That's what she says. That's why you see her holding two hands after each maneuver.
Well,
boy, she was graceful.
She is a small little woman, but she's pretty. And she's sweet as she can be, speaks perfect English, just nice as she could be. I went over and asked her about something. I was trying to get the guy to ask her a question for me. She came over. She said, "I can answer it." I said, "I didn't. Every time I'd seen him talk, he'd always spoken for her. So I didn't think she could speak English, but she speaks perfect English."
You know what she does for a living?
No idea.
Cosmetic surgery.
Oh my
She's
God.
a surgeon.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. She's a pretty lady, and she's as sweet as she is pretty. She
Yeah,
is a tiny little thing. She's got dainty little hands, but she's just as sweet as she can be.
arms about that big around.
Yeah. And I'm looking at her handle, and she flies with her hand canted. Forgot the word, but anyway, it's not
Biased.
straight. Yeah, biased. There you go. Why did this go out? I do not understand. Well,
Uh,
anyway.
Gary Sinclair, why don't you come in so I can sleep talk to you?
Oh shoot!
uh,
I wonder how many
uh,
sharks will be for sale tomorrow.
I don't know.
I bet there'll be a few that won't want to ship them home and be selling them or offering for
I'll give
sale
you
anyway.
$50 for one.
I'd give a lot more than that for one. That's an amazing airplane. But there are some that are good, and there are some that are really good. And I got to believe it's just the ESC and timer and the way it's trimmed because it's the same airplane. Well, the one the Chinese are flying is not a shark. It sure looks like it. Looks like a copy of a shark, but it's not quite the same. But
I like the Max B or the GB3.
I like the GB too. That's a Japanese guy.
Negative.
No, it's a
That's
Chinese guy. The Chinese
it.
guy had the GBR3, two of them,
Right,
just
but that
alike, and they're
it's
gorgeous.
either Andre or your Yatsenko. One of the two brothers, that's a Yatsenko.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, the that twin engine, twin prop thing he was talking about, counter rotating props. I
Yeah,
talked to Paul Walker about it. He said it's a solution to a problem that doesn't exist with today's lightweight propellers. I don't know, but I tell you what, it's sure a good looking thing.
it sure got the drive. Them other airplanes don't have the drive that airplane does.
Boy, that it's got some drive now. I don't know what it does to the batteries, but it sure does have the drive. You're not kidding. That especially the one of them looked good, but the other one, the one that impressed me was the Red Bull.
Yeah,
That one really seemed to he really seemed to have it figured out. But I don't know. I tell you, that's going to be. I'm glad I'm not one of the judges because that's going to be tight. Be awful tight.
well, they're all pretty close. I got the scores here.
Yeah, I heard you going through it a little while ago. How
Lou
did
Zhang,
Trayan do?
990, trying out. He didn't make top 15.
Yeah. How about Lynn?
He didn't make top 15. 27th, I think he said.
Yeah. Well, either way, they had fun. They've done something we haven't done. Competed in the World Championships, so that's all right. They can still hold their head up.
Yeah, but they don't have to get past Orestes and Fitzgerald and the other guy to make the team.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Those two are tough, and never, never, never count David Fitzgerald out until his plane stops rolling and his helper picks it up on the last flight. Because he is absolutely amazing. So is Orestes. I've just never seen Orestes fly but about three flights, and I've been watching David for years. David is
Let
just
me see
incredible.
let me see where Orestes is at. He's at 1092. I think he's first on this board. they take the two best scores and average them, or total them together, I think. Or
Yeah,
maybe it's average, I don't know. But Orestes is ahead right now of everybody, 1092. And the next highest score would be 1088 from Marco Valeria,
Italian.
Italian. And the next score, 1088, would be, we're looking for 70s now. Zhang, XU Latong or whatever.
Yeah, I can't say it either. Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, Chinese, 1074. So that's third. Let's see. We'll look for 60s now. Oh, no, what? No, that's not right. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're looking for the 60s now. That would be Yang Jiang from China for fifth, 59. There are no 60s. So 40s would be Matsumuro, whatever, Japanese guy.
Japanese guy. And Blue Max. He's amazing.
Those are the top five. So it's two Americans and three others.
Yeah. I tell you what, all those guys were flying so well when I had to leave. I couldn't believe it. But I saw David go over on Circle One, which is a kiss to death. Every time I've flown over, I've either crashed or come close. And he went over and flew, just did not seem to be bothering him at all. The wind was blowing and the wind comes over that hill, just nasty. Did not seem to be bothering him at all. He's something else.
Uh,
You look like you were pretty pooped, but you've been on your feet all week.
2 weeks.
Oh boy.
10
Yeah,
days.
I imagine you are pooped. Yeah,
I tell you what
Lord.
gets me is they say, "Can you move the camera over here? Can you?" Hey, get your ass here and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Doing the best you can.
Oh man, you've got to get you a director's chair, Sparky.
Well, I saw one of the Japanese guys had a chair with a canopy on it. I'm
Yeah,
getting one of them.
yeah, yeah. Two of my fishing buddies have those. They go out on the river, and if the fish aren't biting, I go up and sit down in their chair and pop the top out and try to figure out what fly do I need to try next. And they'll sit
But
up there and eat them a sandwich or drink a beer or something, and then come back out. I don't think they drink a beer trout fishing, but they come out and eat and drink a sandwich, and come out and come again. And one of them does the same as he did that morning, but the other one will come out and catch fish.
I
Rusty's
won't
in
be
trouble.
needing it again until next year. So
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. What are you planning on building next?
I'm going to redesign my Viper to be more shapely, like the what the GB. Going to have that rounded bottom and be round. Going to have
That'd
a
be neat.
glass balsa carbon fuselage with a I-beam wing.
Wow. Now that will be something to see. That'll be something to see.
I first got to finish up my last Viper. It's either that or sell it to somebody. If somebody's interested in buying one that's 3/4 of the way finished, I'll sell that.
What do you want for it?
500.
You get home, send me a picture of it.
Yeah, just a wing, a fuselage, an elevator stabilizer. Needs a turtle deck and a bottom block made. That's it. Got the nose block on it. The bad thing about it is it's all my best wood that I had. I have to dig up some more wood.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of wood, but I was thinking about the three projects I've got coming. All of them gonna take a bunch of wood. I'm gonna have to find some decent wood. The last two times I've ordered though, the boss I got was more suited for a Louisville Slugger than for a stunner.
Well, I got a box of a load of wood at home when I get there. That's been delivered since I've been here. I'll probably lose 70% of it. I'll get a couple of pieces out of it, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to try to catch up with you and try to buy some of those propellers, but I never did see you with any table or anything.
I didn't have, oh, you mean the rev ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't bring nothing to sell except for
Okay.
except for the last day today, or was it yesterday? Yesterday, we sold carbon bell cranks. They went like crazy.
I didn't
12
ever
bucks.
did see any of them.
Had them in a bag. 12 of, I just walking around, rattling. Paul Walker got some, and they're the carbon bell cranks, 7 grams,
What do they go for?
$20.
I got to get up. Where are you going? What contest are you going to the rest of the year?
It'll be Broken Arrow and then Broken Arrow, then Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Broken Arrow in Butter Park, and then the contest in Oklahoma, Tulsa.
I might have to think about going to Tulsa. Planning on going to. Plans are. I don't know if it'll make it. If we'll make it, all of them. But I'm planning. There's 2 in North Carolina. Then there's one in Canton, Georgia. I'm planning on going to that one in 3 weeks, and then going to hoping to go to Florida to King Orange.
They all want me to come down for that, but that is a long ass way for me.
Oh, you're not kidding.
That's a 2-day drive.
Yeah.
Now I made it to Huntersville in one day. I think it was 13 hours. I drove straight through, but I can't make it to Florida in that one day.
No, you don't have the good highways between you and Florida. You'd have to come over and catch one and go down.
Interstate 10.
Oh, well, 10 is not bad. Yeah.
Here's iPad 6, whoever that is. Okay, iPad 6, turn on your mic and turn on your camera.
I'm 68 years old.
There we go. And turn off the other screen.
So they were married in Las Vegas, and on a wedding night he croaked.
You have a screen open, iPad 6.
It was my father's death. I don't either. Didn't even happen within 10 months.
Or you have the TV on.
It's medical school offer. That's also strange. I don't like.
There we go. All right, you guys talk together. Oh, there comes Jimmy Barnholes. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Big Jim, I was hoping to see you at the Nats or the Worlds.
Well, I was there all last week. Well, not every day. I was there, I think, up until Thursday.
Yeah, no, I didn't get there. I went to West Virginia, flew into Carl Hopkins youth aviation weekend, and then came up to the Worlds.
Yeah.
And thought I was going to get there a day before I did, but things happened. But
so you got there today?
Do what?
You got there today?
No. I got there last. I got there.
No,
I got to the World Sunday, last Sunday.
Are you still there?
No, I'm at home now. I'm in actually my daughter's house in South Carolina. I live in North Carolina, but she keeps my dog when I go out of town.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little schnauzer that he's just a mess. He's like a kid. He's laying at my feet tonight. Usually he's up in my lap, but tonight he's laying at my feet. We came in and I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He just racing from my wife to me, back and forth and back and forth. Glad to see us. So
yeah, I know what you mean. I got a little Maltese and goes crazy when I've been gone more than an hour. if I've been gone all day, I mean, oh my God, it was just like you never, it's like I've been gone for a month.
Well, I've been gone 10 days, so you can imagine. He's a mess.
What's the deal with the Worlds? Is there a finals tomorrow?
Tomorrow's a final.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what do they take the top 10 or what is
top 15?
top 15.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're taking 3 off of, or 4 off of, how many circles were they flying? 3?
3, I think.
Yeah. So 3 times 5 would be, so they're taking 5 off of each circle then.
Well, 5 at a time. Yeah, you get to
Yeah,
fly
if
off this
they're- if
circle.
they're-
And I don't
if
think
they're-
they'll fly 3 circles tomorrow. I think they're flying
Well,
one.
if they, yeah, I was gonna say if they, but today they flew 3 circles, so that gives
Today
them
it's
their,
3.
that gives them their 15 finalists, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow they'll fly the 15 off probably on 1 circle. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I
So,
gotta set you guys straight. You don't know what you're talking about.
well, that's true.
All right, here's how it works.
That's been my problem all my life,
For
Sparky.
qualifications, they flew two circles.
Uh-huh.
Two circles. They took the top 15 out of those 2 circles.
Oh,
And
okay.
today we flew 1 circle, all 15. Tomorrow is 1 circle, all 15. We had 2 rounds today and 1 round tomorrow. So you get 3 rounds. They take the top 2 scores. I'm not sure whether they add them together or average them, and that's who wins.
So
Wow.
tomorrow,
So tomorrow's not a new contest. Okay.
No,
So
it's the continuation
tomorrow-
of today.
tomorrow they'll fly each person or each flyer get 2 flights?
No, 1. There's only 3 rounds. You have 1 throwaway, and
Okay.
it takes 2 days to do that. So it'll be a short day tomorrow. We had 2 rounds today. We were over at about 4:30, I think, and
Right,
we didn't start till 10.
right.
But at 4:30, I think we're going to be done probably 1 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll be over your house around 2 or 2:30, Jim.
Oh, you're coming. Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say I could drive. Well, okay. You're gonna spend the night?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
because I got to tell you, for the last 2 weeks I've been here, I am just dead tired. I don't think I can
Oh, I
make
can imagine.
I don't think I can make it all the way to St. Louis after
imagine.
filming 15 flights tomorrow, and and then driving all the way home.
Okay, so you're gonna do the 15 and then head my way, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna know who
Okay.
won. I'm not gonna stay for the ceremony.
Okay. Well, we can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm not there to do
Well,
it.
yeah, but you won't be there to film it. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, well, we won't watch it on YouTube then. I
Right.
watched all day today, Sparky. I watched, my eyes are sore from watching YouTube.
I think your eyes were sore. I had to watch that shit too, but in the sun.
I heard you say a couple times, I'm airplaned out. Yeah. You'll have to go home and work and pick up knitting or something for a while.
Nah, he'll be home. He'll be home with a standing block in his hand before the week's out.
Yeah, he'll be sanding again. That's right.
Oh yeah. Monday night he'll be sanding on something.
I can do that, but standing in the sun
Oh yeah,
kill me.
it gets to you. The heat, that sun will get to you if you're out there as long as were out there. Yeah.
And you wonder why I wear that big brim hat nowadays.
Well, I'm gonna get a seat with a hood on top.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, I'm telling
Alvaro
you.
coming in. Turn on your camera, Al. There you are.
There you go. Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, Al.
Yeah, no problem, Sparky. Thanks for all the videos.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a bitch.
He's
Thank-
been working.
Yeah,
You'd have loved it. It was Shark City.
yeah.
I showed up last
That's
Sunday
great.
and there was 26 airplanes on the field.
Yeah.
19 of them were sharks.
Yeah. I'd like to have one, but I mean, I'd never fly it, but I'd like to have one, but they're just too daggone expensive.
Al,
I'd like to have one, just say I got one,
I was talking to Paul Walker. He said he's watching Constantino's airplane fly. He said, "Boy, I sure like that airplane." And it's nothing special. I go, "Well, what's so great about it?" He said, "It's not a shark."
You can really hear those active timers working today,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially on the Chinese team.
yeah.
You hear them clicking on and off, and you know.
I would bet you $100 that those are not Igor's timers.
Mhm.
They bought an Igor timer, re-engineered it, and built one.
But probably, yeah, you could really, you could hear them things whistling away on the video.
Yeah.
More than the other days because
Yeah.
I'd like to have one of those, whatever they're using. I'd like to have one of them.
I guess the winds and man, that plane with the 4 blade on it,
Yeah.
boy, did that thing wind up in the wind. Holy
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, you're talking about the counter rotating props or
No,
whatever?
Oh no.
Oh, you're talking about just the 4 blade prop.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a big
All right.
4 blade on it.
I know.
Sparky, were those the ones that had the two props, they were counter rotating, weren't they?
Yeah,
yes.
Like one way. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
what I figured. I didn't see
Two
any point
motors.
to both of them going the same direction.
It's,
Yeah.
no, it's two
There's
motors.
two motors
Yeah.
in that.
Oh, is that how he did it? He's got two motors in it? I wondered
Yes,
how the
sir.
heck he
You
did
can buy
that.
that setup. It's two
One
motors.
behind the other.
Huh.
Right. One goes one way, one goes the other way, and the shaft goes through the other
I'll
one.
be darned. I'll be darned.
the one
You
with
gotta
the
have run
4-bladed
two
prop.
timers too.
I see.
Man, that's ooh, that's some engineering there.
You got two ESCs in there to control that.
Mm.
Yeah, he had two ESCs, but just one timer.
Hey Sparky, how did the
Ask him
girl
about it.
Lou or whatever her name was, how'd she come out?
Lu Zhang,
Yeah.
she's got a decent score on the first round. Her first round was 10:46,
Yeah.
but she got the raw end of the stick on the last flight. She was 14th, 998, which is the
Oh my God.
which is the lowest score of the. No, it's not. There's a 964th by
Oh,
Chenky.
I wonder, did she screw something up or they just not? I wonder how that happened because I mean, I saw her fly that first day and I was talking to you and I said, who is that? And you said some girl from China. And man, she could really fly.
Yeah.
I mean, her corners
She impressed the heck out of me.
her corners were perfect, and her shapes hit her intersections every time.
Let's see if I can get this thing to work.
I just don't know. I don't understand how she didn't win this damn thing. I mean,
The wind, the wind came up and it did her a raw deal.
yeah. Well, I know Orestes flies. He flew good too, but I mean, she ought to be in at least the top 5. I mean,
Yeah, she might be, depending on her score tomorrow.
is she? Oh, she's in the 15 then for tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
she'll do good tomorrow.
You got 3 flights to make 2, so you got a throwaway. So today's last flight, the 998, is going to have to do a throwaway.
They can throw that away. That's good.
She's 7th up tomorrow, so let's see. Let me see here. 7 times 6, 7 times 7, that's
42. 7 7's 49.
7 says 49, yeah.
She'll be up around 9 o'clock. Maybe, no, let's see, you can't do that many flights. About 9:30, I guess. She'll be up, so hopefully the wind won't be up.
Well, I'm gonna get up and get on YouTube. I want to watch her fly.
Well, according to the unofficial F2B official results, she's like sitting 4th.
Is she?
Yeah, because
Oh, that's good. That's good. She is really good.
Hernandez is 1st, and then the Italian guy is 2nd, and then XU from China is 3rd, and she's 4th.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I don't think this is the fly off because I got the
that's I don't know.
Is that the scoreboard from today?
Yeah, it says fly off. It says first round, second round, third round's not done, and it has a score.
Hmm.
I don't see how she can be. I'm looking at the numbers here. I don't see how she can be third or fourth.
So she's 4th. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the unofficial results on the FAI side.
Because Marco Villa is 1088.12, and she's 1046. And then we got 1065 for Zhang Yu Lu, 1065, and then Zhu Latong is 1074. I mean, there's a lot of people that are higher than her 1046.
Well,
Her
I mean,
second flight was only 998.
I didn't see that unless I'm looking.
Yeah, but that you said they dropped that out, so that doesn't count.
No. You got pay attention. You got three
Okay.
flights to make two good ones. So she's got to have a good flight tomorrow
Yeah.
to counteract that 998 to add to her 1046.
Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. So
Well,
they add them together. Hey, Phil, you look different.
Yeah, I need a shave.
Yeah, you do.
This is
Yeah.
my terrorist.
well,
Yeah.
well, Sparky, they have here her first round score is a 1065.88.
Those are old scores. That was from the qualifiers. Because I'm looking at the rounds from today, from the scoreboard I just took a picture of, and she's at 1046.12 is her best flight. And the second flight today was 998.63. So she was fourth until she was fourth of the top 15. But now we're flying the top 15 off.
All right. Well, I guess because it shows eliminations and then
Yes.
it's fly off.
Right. She's not eliminate. She was fourth out of the 15
Right.
for this contest here. This starts a new contest
Okay.
today. They flew 2 rounds.
Well,
And tomorrow there'll be 1 round to end this contest.
okay. Well,
And so I knew she was fourth.
I like watching her, fly her style. Like every shot, every time she folds fully extend locked, right? And then, she follows the plane, with her arm. And then when she gets out of maneuver, she pulls it back in and holds it with 2 hands. And then right before she does the next maneuver, she comes back out of it again. And
She
then
holds it with 2 hands because she's not strong enough to hold the airplane. That's right from her.
yeah. And then
He's up here at my feet.
but I noticed all the Chinese guys, the Chinese, they all fly locked and follow the plane.
Yeah.
And then before she goes into a wing over, she puts her right foot forward of the left foot, and she comes up, and then she turns her body, looks straight up, and then follows her plane over the top. If you get to watch her,
She's very flexible.
Yeah, I never saw all that. I just saw. I paid more attention to the airplane. I wasn't really watching her.
Well, I watched her, and then I thought her practice flight today looked really good, better than her. I saw the first flight, the first round.
First time I saw her fly, I couldn't believe it. I thought, my God, she's good. Yeah.
Doug Moon was out there, and he said, Doug Moon was out there, and he said she channels her inner Bob Giske, and I said that it's kung fu flying and Taekwondo. That's what it is. Taekwondo and kung fu flying.
All I can tell you, she's incredible.
Yeah.
I've seen some people that I enjoyed watching, but
yeah,
she and David Fitzgerald are 2 that I really enjoy watch fly.
Yeah, I like
win the Nats.
I like watching. Oh yeah, if she flew in the Nats, she'd win. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Place definitely, but yeah.
I mean, I know Fitzgerald's good, but I mean, he's no better than she is. I don't think. I mean, that's just my opinion, but
the thing that they were looking for today that she's lacking is that snap corner because she's real smooth. They want that. I mean, the airplanes look like they're stalling and falling out of the air.
Yeah, Sparky, I was thinking about that today. Back when I judged, last time I judged was 2015. But back then, everybody, all the, Mark, what's his name, the head judge. Yeah. He always emphasized snapping corners, and I noticed that today that people were coming down and they were just making these soft corners. They weren't doing the snap, and I was just wondering how that was affecting their score.
I
It's
noticed
down.
the squares were seem longer today.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was higher.
Yeah, you're
What
What I
right.
thought was
Yeah.
funny was these FAI squares. Instead of looking
Yeah, and,
square,
and
they
you know,
look
and you're
kind of they ease into a vertical, and then by the
Yeah.
time they get vertical, they start their next turn, and it makes it look like a loop with corners.
It's a real soft turn, Phil.
Yeah,
It's real
turns.
soft, and that's not what years ago. That's not what they wanted. They wanted those snappy corners, and
No.
so that's what I was saying. I was wondering just to myself. I wonder how that was affecting the scores.
Well, that's why
I
they're
don't know, but
down.
I tell you,
The
I
high
thought I
scores,
asked the same question.
the high scores yesterday were, or day before yesterday, were snappy corners, and they were in the 1100s. Now they're down to the 10s. So
Really?
they're flying soft, and that's
Mhm.
what's killing Lu Zhang. She's soft, and they want to see that fluttering.
Well,
I think it looks stupid.
the couple of times that I saw her fly, her corners were pretty snappy. I mean, I thought they were pretty, but now that's back, several days ago. Uh, Now I don't know about today. I never got to see her fly today, so I don't know how she flew today. So I didn't get to see that. I don't know how I missed her, but I missed her somehow.
She's on there, both flights.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed her because I watched the whole thing all day. I had to take the dog out and a few things like that. So maybe I missed it. I don't remember seeing her. But but the other day when I watched her, she was really, really good.
Oh, she's great. I hope Dennis gets on here pretty quick.
Sparky,
Gordon,
the guy with the four-bladed prop, was that an IC or an electric?
Electric.
yeah, that was electric. Yeah.
Wow. It was, I couldn't tell.
It,
It made noise, but it was
it
pretty.
made a noise. Yeah, it made a noise like a piston engine. Yeah,
But
it
man,
sure did.
that thing really wound up. You could really see that on the video. Like,
Yeah.
well, he was like, that was like, I remember Bob Hunt was flying at one of our contests, and it was windy, and he wasn't using the adaptive controller. He was flying his Genesis, and it was windy, and man, did that thing spool up. Like it like doubled in speed. It was like a combat ship going around.
Yeah, they'll do that. You get enough wind, they'll speed up on you. Hey, Sparky, how'd Bob Hunt come out in the Nationals?
I don't know.
Top 10.
You don't know that? You don't know huh?
He was 10th place. Number 10.
He was 10th? Oh.
Yes.
Turn on your camera, Gordy.
What's that?
Turn on your camera.
We can't see it.
I know. I don't know what's the matter with the stupid thing.
Well, I'll tell you what. They would have had Joe Gilbert warm the judges up today, or calibrated the judges today.
Yeah.
And the wind was really blowing in the morning, and he did a fine job. And they kept talking about the wind. I said, the sad thing is we don't have our best wind flyer on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Gilbert ain't on the team.
Yeah,
That's
Joe's
true.
really good. Joe's good. There's no doubt. Yeah.
We got Arestis and Fitzgerald. Those are some top flyers right there.
I'm talking about wind flyers, Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tell you what, I'd take those two against anybody, anytime.
In the wind, I'll take Joe Gilbert.
Well, Joe Gilbert is an amazing flyer, and I can't take anything away from Joe, but I can't take anything away from the other two either.
That's all all Joe Gilbert flies in is the wind. He lives in Oklahoma. And if you saw him dance around in 22, you go, what the hell's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him dance around. I know what you're talking about. That was some god awful wind. That they should have called that contest.
Yeah.
I heard an old story about why the wind blows through Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because
That's
Texas
when
sucks.
Nebraska blows and Texas sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a T-shirt at home. The first time I went to Lubbock, Texas, there's two guys hanging onto a telephone pole and they're sitting out straight out from it, and that's not far wrong from Lubbock, Texas. That's the dangest wind I've ever been in my life. I thought, God, this is a hell of a storm, and the guy said, "This isn't a storm. It's just this time of year in Lubbock."
That's
Man,
that's
forget that.
where that's where Buddy Holly was from, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When he from Bel
And you
yeah.
see something coming. It looks like something's coming at you. You better duck behind something. It's only a
Because
tumbleweed,
it's coming, yeah.
but if it hits you at 35 miles an hour, it hurts. I know
Yeah,
from experience.
Yeah, I worked in Beaumont. I was in Beaumont. They were working down there for about 6 months, and yeah, we had some windy days. There's no doubt. Yeah.
It's
Now that was wild. I
Yeah.
went down there to fix some equipment. I was only down there about 2 days, but my God, I've seen some wind, but that's one of the windiest places I've ever been.
Yeah, it's windy down there.
What'd you need, Al?
I was wondering what was the max viewers today? It looked like we were getting up there pretty good.
I think we had 248 views on the last. Let me look.
Well, I was driving till the day whenever. I'm gonna review it tonight or in the morning. See if I can't watch it. Probably watch tomorrow.
I saw like 45 viewers at once when I was on.
It's got to be way over that.
So he was getting international viewers.
Had a lot of people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Hey, Sparky, I got a question.
Yeah.
How do you send a super chat?
You go down there where the little dollar sign is and hit it.
Down to the bottom of where YouTube is, or
you got to be in YouTube, yes.
Oh, you got to be in YouTube. Okay, well, see,
and the little dollar sign down there.
Okay. All right.
Well, second round only got 182 viewers in the first 2 hours.
Well, that's
29
pretty good.
thumbs up.
That's a pretty good group.
This app is so hard to use. Can't really tell what's going on. Content. Let's see. Here we go.
You know, you were asking about a couple times. You asked about the focus, and it was pretty clear. I thought.
Yeah. You thought because you're a normal human being that the focus is clear, but you got guys that are trying to view it on their phone with the dirty glasses or dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have made a difference. Yeah, because it was fine. I was watching it on the computer and it was fine on my screen.
We had 54 thumbs up on the Fly Off Begins, 358 views, 340 views, and 35 thumbs up on round 2. And Constantine on day 1 got 497 views and 57 thumbs up. And from Lu Zhang, 662 views and 51 thumbs up. I mean, we're doing all right. Yeah. Second round on day 2 was 668 with 48 thumbs up. And this will all subject to change when they reconcile their stuff. 912 on round 1, second group B. You know, like this meeting will only get 250 views. Opening ceremonies was 414. But Joe Gilbert, starting his Venus, has 55,000 views.
Wow.
55,000. Where did you do that at? Brodout?
Yeah.
I saw, was it Charles this morning, right? Charles was there this morning, and The other guy that signs in, Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha was there, yeah.
Mhm.
They'll be there tomorrow too.
If you see Charles, tell him I said hello. I missed him. I was gonna try to catch him, but I missed him. Well, I'll tell you what, there were some pretty models there, though. I'll tell you, I wanted to see more of the selections at the Nats, the viewing all the airplanes. He goes up the road. Sparky goes up the road trying to get him, and when he gets to Bob Hunt's airplane, some cat stands in front of him. I said, "Well, daggone." He says, "Excuse me," and the guy just keeps standing there. I thought, boy, I'll tell you what, there's some rude individuals.
The guy thanked me today for moving when the judges stood in front of me. There's nothing I can do about that.
Oh no, the judges are a different animal.
They are a priority. Man, I had to fight to get clearance to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't understand, what people, you're talking about people, you were filming a flight and somebody would walk in front of you. And I think you couldn't go behind the camera. You know, you have to walk in front of the camera.
Yeah, I
You
noticed
know,
that myself.
it's how rude can you be? I mean, they obviously saw that you were videoing, and you know, they could have went behind you instead of going in front of you.
Why do people take up 2 parking places or park sideways on 4 parking places?
Yeah,
Stupid.
guy with a trailer, he took up 5 parking spaces.
Well,
Stupid.
tomorrow's going to be breezy there.
Is it?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Well, 9 o'clock, it says 9 mile an hour. 10 is 10 mile an hour. 11 is 12 mile an hour. 12 is 13 mile an hour.
It'll be over then.
1 o'clock, 15 mile an hour.
Mm.
It'll be over by then. It should be over by noon.
Okay, well,
That's not too bad. Then.
so at 11 o'clock, it's going to be 12 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You
At
need
8,
some. You need some wind. I mean, you
between
know.
8 and 9, we should be able to get 5 rounds or 5 people in. And between, so that's got 3 hours, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. By 11 o'clock, it should be finished.
Yeah.
If they're on time and if the circle marshals keep them moving.
Well,
They are the most unorganized group I ever seen. At the Nats, we got, when it moves, guy comes down and the next guy's going on. They got a circle marshal there says you're invited to the circle and you got 3 minutes to make it.
You're
Come on,
invited.
guys.
well, whoever flies first is going to have the best condition.
I'll tell you who's up first tomorrow. That's going to be, come on, you. Oh, low battery. Close. Let me plug this in. Plug it in. All right. Let's go to photos. First up tomorrow is Matt Colin. Second up is Christian Borchecki. Third up is the top line, Constantine. Fourth up is that row there. Zik Letong, from China. I'm probably saying it wrong. Fifth up is down here, Marco Valeria. Sixth is Orestes. Seventh is Lu Shang, the girl. Eighth is that line right there, Chris Cox. Ninth, come on. Ninth is down here, Sergio Nagomi from Japan. He's got a low score too, 1087, 987. 11th is China. Yang Zun. 12th. Down there's Marcio Marasuta, Japan. 13th is Yang Lu. 14th is Dave Fitzgerald. So Dave's gonna have to fly in the win.
Oh boy.
15th is Zhang Vigachu or whatever from China. He's also a low score, 964. So
So that's a random draw, I guess. It's not a.
I have no idea how it works.
How did Linda?
27th.
It's good. Good for Linda.
So they
He
start at
looked
8
good. I
o'clock.
talked to him. He looked good and he said he was having fun. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like Len had his engine running good.
That was purring like a kitten. It really was. It ran great. I don't know what happened to Trayan, but anyway.
He didn't crash his plane, did he?
Do what?
Train didn't crash his plane, did he?
No.
Oh, good.
He had low scores though. He was in the 900s.
There wasn't any crashes, were there, Sparky?
No, not that I saw.
No,
I didn't see any.
No, I didn't see any either.
They'd all be recorded because I got every flight. I got every qualifying flight and every top 15 flight so far. I got all the flights. The
Yeah.
only crashes were in pre-quals, you know.
How did Jake Moon do?
Jay, I have no idea. I didn't.
His scores were pretty low.
Were they?
800s, I think.
Well,
Well, he's flying a borrowed airplane. He's not used to.
and I don't think
Nobler went in.
I think he's probably, on a lower scale than most people there. He's representing Singapore. Not that Singapore is a bad place. It's just that they don't have anybody to send on a team.
Well, I think he flew intermediate at the Nationals.
Right. Yeah. Well, if I was him and I had the opportunity to fly in the Worlds, I'd do it.
Shoot, yeah. But see, he and Trayan, neither one had team managers
Right.
or anybody to help them out. They carried the flag. They did everything. So
Did his dad or his uncle were they there? The Moon brothers?
his father was there.
He helped him. Steve
I don't
helped
remember
him.
what he did. He was there though. He was standing there with him.
Steve helped him.
That's good.
There was one guy there that didn't even have a country. He carried the FAI flag.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
That'd probably be what'll happen if Caffeine ever gets good enough to set, because he's probably the only one on the team from where he's from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much flies by himself, doesn't he?
Pretty much.
What is that twin boomer behind you over to your left?
Oh, that's that little Raven 25 size airplane. You want to see it?
It's a pretty little thing. Yeah.
Hi, Phil.
Hey, Trayan, how'd you do?
This is Gordy talking to you.
Oh, Gordy. Okay.
I can't seem to get a picture.
Well, sometimes the cameras are a little peculiar.
Well, it shows a red line through it. It won't let me click it off.
Yeah. So you got something acting funny somewhere. Oh, look at that. That's cute.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a big mistake when I built it.
You did.
I put the belt crate here and ran the control rod down this boom here, and I've got the elevator stiffened so it works well, except I got so much weight here I don't have enough room in the tip weight box to balance it.
Oh,
And so I had some problems on initial flights. And so I set it aside. And the other day, well, about a month ago, I started thinking about it. I thought, well, you know what? The other thing I had wrong, because it would line whip on me. Okay. And I thought I had too long of lines on it. So I'm going to try it with what do you call it, the
Spectra.
fishing lines,
oh yeah,
and see
that'll
if it's
help.
lighter that way and shorter. Because I think with a 25 in it, it'll need to be about 50, between 50 and 55 feet long. You know, what do you think of that? That's all monocoque.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, you did a good job on the Monaco. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
believe I'd put it on 58 feet lines and try that.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah, if it's a
Yeah.
25.
it I hope it
Yeah.
flies as good as it looks. It would do, it'd fly level flight real nice on those longer, heavier lines. But as soon as I'd give it up, that bow would go forward and it'd pull the wing, and then it'd do,
No, you don't need all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil's
yeah,
right. Yeah. You need to go shorter line. Yeah.
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 But it's got Gordy's airfoil on it. You can see it there.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
that'll work.
Gordy, you can probably tell you about this, but we had a long discussion. He said that his wing is based on a flight streak wing.
I can
And
tell you why you've got a problem. You got a twist in that wing.
it's been sitting for a while. I'll have to take a look at it. Yeah,
You know,
there's
John,
Careful, because it shouldn't have a problem flying because the bell crank's mounted inboard.
yeah.
You
But
got a
anyway,
twist
as
in
it
that wing. I can see it.
yeah, I'm not surprised. It's been sitting for close to 20 years. I built it just started building it in
Oh
2020.
shit!
But anyway, uh, what Gordon discovered in flying combat with the fly streak airfoil was
I
that,
didn't use the flight streak airfoil,
well,
John.
it isn't now because he modified it, but when he's flying combat with a flight streak airfoil,
No, I wasn't.
I thought you had a modified flight streak airfoil on your combat
No,
ship. The point I'm
no.
trying to make, Gordy, is that you found that your wings flew better when it had a fixed stab on it, or fixed flap on it, than they did without it. And we got thinking about it. Did some checking on it too. And it seems like with that fixed flap on it, or stab on it, flap.
Hang on a second. Um, Gary, if you go into Stunhanger and look at the thread that I posted, there is the passcode in there all the way at the bottom. Oh God.
Yeah, it took me several tries to get in tonight too. So just keep trying, Gary.
I don't know why this stupid thing does this. Two 72523, Gary. How do I get answers to questions on Stunhanger? They seem to get wrote down. I can't seem to get it wrote down. You got to log in first off and then ask a question. You log in, they'll post. And I have to give a computer class. There comes Gary.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't have enough bandwidth, I tried to answer somebody a question that they sent me, and I wrote up a paragraph. I was getting ready to hit send, and it just blinked and everything was gone. I said, "Oh my gosh, send me your telephone number and I'll call you." So he did.
Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that.
Yeah, I know.
Gary's trying to get connected with audio. Bandwidth is low tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
I had a problem with my bandwidth and I had to fire up my hotspot here, switch over.
So Gordon, how the heck are you doing?
What's that?
How are you doing?
Well, didn't wear my eye patch today,
Good.
and I think it's getting better.
Good deal.
Somebody just dropped out, and then who just dropped out?
John,
There's Gary.
Yeah,
John Miller.
finally.
So what
He's
happened to
gone.
John?
Okay, well, let me clear something up here. I've copied, if you go on the stun hanger, at the bottom of the thread, see here, wait a minute. This is not my normal setup, so at the bottom of the thread, at the bench, home, move it so slow, at the bench, you'll see a long post. You'll see the Zoom, join the
I
Zoom
like it. It
meeting
keeps cutting off.
and the passcode at the bottom of that thing. It says join Zoom meeting, meeting ID 872-4689-7723, and the passcode. That's what's going to be there every time now.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess Zoom has changed their program where you got to have a passcode or whatever, unless you're logged into Zoom. Don't ask me. I don't know. I didn't.
Now, if
Kids
you're
write
logged
this
in,
crap.
you don't need a
Huh?
password. You don't need a password if you're logged in. I got right in without a password.
Well, there's your
I don't have
problem,
a password
Gary.
either.
You're not.
Well, I just clicked stun hanger and went to at the bench and clicked on the link that I usually
Yeah,
do.
but you're not logged into Zoom. So in order to get there, you got to have a passcode.
Oh, okay. Well, it usually logged me into Zoom, or it does log me into Zoom.
Okay,
Okay.
you know, I understand things
Yeah.
change, but I didn't
Yeah.
change them. Some kid sitting behind a desk
I know.
poked a
Yeah.
couple of buttons just to make themselves look useful.
Yeah.
At least I know where to get it now. So okay, we're probably okay.
Yeah, it's like changing from Windows 10 to Windows 11. It's the same thing, only the buttons are in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's just,
same but different. Boy, what a ride.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
why would you do that? Everybody's used to
yeah.
doing it one way. Why would you change it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I had it too. Same question. Why?
The reason why
Yeah,
Stun Hanger works so good with a 99% uptime is because I don't fix it. It's already fixed. It ain't broke.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why don't you update your website? I said because the old guys on my side aren't that computer savvy. I'd be having to teach them how to use it all over again.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
wonder
what
where
happened
John
to
Miller
John?
went.
What happened to John?
I don't know. He's gone.
Low bandwidth, probably.
I guess. I don't know.
I probably got mad because I was trying to correct him.
No, I doubt he went out for that.
So are you staying in the same place, Sparky? You're able to add on the extra day?
I added on an extra day and leaving tomorrow morning's checkout.
Okay.
Get all my shit together before I go to sleep tonight. Or maybe I'll go to sleep and get up early.
Yeah, I
You
didn't.
know,
I didn't realize we was in the same hotel. You were on one end and I was on the other.
but I know this for a fact, it's gonna be shortly, so unless Dennis Admission comes in the next 15 minutes, Gary Sinclair is gonna be the moderator, the host.
I,
I
I got
think
I got to check out early tonight anyway. I got a bunch of things to do tomorrow. Got to get up really early.
You're not in a hotel, you're at home, right?
Yeah, I'm home, but I got to work tomorrow, and yeah, I got to get there early.
I'm just so tired.
Hmm. Yeah, I can imagine. I was tired of driving up there. That was my problem.
Takes an
I
hour
was,
and a half to get here from there.
yeah, it's 3 hours a day on the road to get back and forth up
Oh,
there.
you're breaking my heart.
You know, I appreciate you saying that I could. I
Breaking your
appreciate you
heart
saying
there.
that
Huh?
I could spend the night there, Jim. But I got to thinking that's way too much driving.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. And I understand. Yeah. Yeah,
Y'all are just amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I was only up there 4 days, and that was enough for me. I mean, if I would have gotten a hotel room and stayed up there, but I got the dog, and I don't know what I'd done with her, and I don't want to leave her in a hotel room all day. So
Bring her with you
No, the
out to
guy next
Brazil.
to me
Everybody
did
else has
that
got
with
a
a German
dog.
Shepherd. Not a good idea.
Everybody else has got a dog out there. Bring
yeah, I
her.
saw somebody had a big like a sheepdog or something about it. I don't know what it was, a black and white dog. Looked like one of the Chinese guys. I was wondering if they flew
Hotel
that dog all the way from China.
Super 8 here has you can have a dog here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a German Shepherd in the room next to me. It wasn't a problem at night. Boy, during the day, that dog barked, howled, and
Yeah, and you come back and the pillows are all eaten up and feathers everywhere, and yeah.
yeah.
I had a shepherd, I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Yeah, I used to have one.
I had one. That was it. Just one.
Yeah. Yeah, if you leave them alone too long, they can get into a lot of trouble. Well, I still
Got a friend who's got a Malinois. He thought that was going to be a smarter shepherd.
Oh yeah.
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 That's a shepherd that gets into 3 times as much trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just like
There's
a kid.
a lot of the police departments are going to those.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a friend who works on the canine in Winston-Salem, and her bumper sticker says,
Uh-huh.
Belgian Malinois, faster than a
Mhm.
speeding shepherd.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
Yeah. They're all muscle.
I was stupid enough to let her talk me into putting on the Pillsbury Doughboy suit one time. The thing threw me on my back 4 times out of 4 times. And
Yeah.
he's sitting there with his mouth open right in front of my face. He knew it was an exercise, thank goodness, because he could eat me up.
Yeah.
It was a heck of a dog.
Yeah. They're all muscle though. They're something else.
They are.
They
Well, when you pat him, it was like patting the table.
yeah.
He just didn't give it all.
Hey Gary,
That's it.
I think I'm going to turn over this meeting to you. And do you know how to close it out?
No, just close it out, right? Just
Down there on the right hand side, it says end.
Yeah.
Where it'll say leave for you now, but it'll say
leave.
end.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But when you end it, you're going to have to end on YouTube as well. When you click on that button, when I turn it over to you, it'll say end, and then it'll say end on YouTube. And I want you to close the whole thing out because I'm just going to let it run.
Okay. So I got to
But I'm
close
going
it
to
back.
bed, guys, so I'm going to turn this over to Gary Sinclair here.
Good night,
Okay.
Sparky.
We'll see you tomorrow, Sparky.
What time's your first flight? Official.
8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay,
See
Gary,
you tomorrow.
you're now the host. And when you leave, make sure you turn off YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
See you tomorrow, Sparky.
Good
I'll
night,
see you
Sparky.
tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to sign off too. So,
Yeah.
guys later.
Yeah, me too, Gary. I'm gonna get out too. I'm gonna get up early and turn on YouTube so I can watch all the flights. So,
Yeah.
all righty. Well, nice talking to everybody. I'll see you all later.
Jim, take care of yourself.
All right. Talk to you later, Phil. Okay. Bye,
sir.
Gary.
Okay. Bye. See how many stays here.
I think we're it, Gary.
Yeah, there's Kalen or something, was he? From
think we are it.
There's
Tell you
one
what.
more. There's one more right there. Remember the one from over in Indonesia or something, right?
Oh yeah, that's oh man, I know who it is, but I can't think right now. This stuff the stuff they got me on now. I can't think of names. If I could have known them for 20 years, and I won't know the name.
Really? Well, I'm kind of there too.
There he is.
Yeah. Hi.
Lord, I'm telling you,
I think.
we were out there Wednesday, I think, at the Nats at the Worlds, and Les McDonald walked up. Man, you could have knocked me up with a feather. He walked up and said, "Hey, Philip, how are you?" And daggone, Les. That was great. He was great to see him. It's always great to see Les. He is such a gentleman and such a nice guy. But there was a lot of great people there this week. There was the only person that was there, and he was there, that I wanted to meet that I did not meet was Igor Berger. And every time I saw him, he was judging. So help me, when the last flight was over, he disappeared like the wind. I don't know where he went, but he was gone, man. I figured, well, I just stay here in the gatehouse, over here by the scores table, by the scores trailers. He's got to come by here. No, he didn't. I don't know where he went, but he was gone, man. Stayed there 3 days at the end of the flying, and I did not meet Igor yet, but I'm going to order a couple of timers from him when I get home. If I can find out how much they cost. I still don't know how much they cost or what they're called, but anyway, I'm going to try to order a couple of them. I am death on a speed controller for some reason. I've killed 2 this year already. One of them, I think, overheated. The other one was a result of a crash. So I can't really count that one, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's getting expensive, I'll put it that way. But I've learned to pad these things a little better. Hook them up a little different and pad them a little bit where they're not susceptible to get hit so hard if something happens. But had a darn wing fold, and that I've never had that happen before. It's first folded wing I've ever had.
Isn't that something?
And I mean, in anything, sailplane, stunt, scale, pattern, semi-scale, anything, even sport planes, I've never folded a wing before. But man, this thing just popped. I heard a loud pop, and that was it. Got it down.
Just the wind hit it just right. Huh?
Outboard wings out there wagging. I said, "What happened?" And all the guys said, "That last pullout, inverted pullout, we heard the pop." I said, "Yeah, I did too. That's the reason I rolled it over real easy as I could, back the right side up, and just flew it out." But I could see I kept seeing the outboard wings show up on top and show up on the bottom, just out there wagging. So I said, "Oh, okay."
Okay, so it didn't come clear off, luckily, huh?
No, it didn't come off, but
yeah.
I don't know what happened really. That's one. Was in a crash a while back, and I guess it just had some damage I didn't find. But I was fixing it up to give it to somebody, and then I broke it. In fact, I was trying to show them how well it flew, and broke it. So I'll take it home, take it apart, and see about fixing it, and go ahead and give it to them. I wouldn't fix it if it was for me to fly in a contest. I wouldn't fix it, but to give to somebody else so they can get a little better, I'll fix it. But man, that was disheartening because I lost mine in West Virginia Friday. The wind changed 180 degrees and blew hard. That was a nice gust there, buddy. I mean, it was a nice, and I lost a plane on that one, and then come home to get another one ready to give to him, and tore it up. So I said, "Dadgummit, I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm gonna not fly for a week or two, so I can go for a week or two without tearing anything up." But truth is, when I get home Monday or Tuesday, I got to get my wife to go to the field with me because we got a contest coming up in Canton, Georgia in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I got to get ready for it.
Yeah,
it's getting close.
Well, it's not only the models; even these big planes are having problems too with the wind.
Oh
right?
yeah, Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
people
I
have
tell you
no.
what though, it's this has been the craziest year for weather I've ever seen. If it's not raining, the wind's blowing. If it's not wind blowing, it's so hot you don't want to be out there, or it's so cold you don't want to be out there. It just don't make any sense.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know. We'll get through it one way or the other. My dog, ever since I got home, does not want to get away from me. He's down here
Yeah,
laying on my foot.
yeah.
I think he's asleep, but he's laying on my foot. And he's not going to get away from me. We came in, he about went ape stinking crazy. He's running back and forth with my wife and I, jumping up and down. I mean, he
Oh,
jumps high enough. I just put my arm straight out and catch him. And he's jumping up and pushing on her and then jumping up and pushing on me. And oh, crazy little dog.
yeah.
Love him to pieces, but he's nuts. He's even crazier than I am, and you know that's pretty bad. Oh me, Gary, if these guys ain't gonna come in, we're gonna have to.
Well, I think Dennis was going on vacation, so I don't think he'll be
Yeah,
here.
that's right. He was going on
Yeah,
vacation,
I think so.
and Bob Hunt was going somewhere. He said he had to get home and take care of his dog, but said it was something he had to do. I don't know of anybody else coming in. Most everybody else that usually comes in has already been in and checked out.
Did you fly at the Nats?
No,
No.
no, they didn't. I couldn't fly at all. I hadn't flown until
Oh, okay. That's
August
right.
1st. And
Yeah.
then when I went out and flew, I could get through a pattern. You could tell what the maneuvers were, but they weren't very good. I have gotten, strangely enough, I've been doing the exercises and I have gotten overheads back overhead. Now, if I can just get the intersection point right, we'll be all right. But it's kind of iffy. Just depends on how I stand and where it happens. But I learned a new way talking to some of the people up there and watching the little Chinese girl. I saw a new way of entering the overhead eight that I've tried in the doorways, and it seems to work. I think I can do it that way. So I'm gonna get home and try it with an airplane and see if it works. David Fitzgerald does it a little different, but he does it different than I've always done. I've always done it just come right up the middle, and they don't. They come kind of sideways, and then turn their body around. So I said, well, I can do that. So I give it a try, and I've kind of modified both of them the way of doing it. Because just frankly, I can't move like that little girl does. She's incredible. Lou is incredible. She's Sparky said she's a surgeon, plastic surgeon. I think is what he said, or a cosmetic surgeon, but a surgeon, and she's very talented. She's very sweet, and she's very, I don't know. She's impressive. She's very, very impressive. But I don't know.
Well,
We'll see. We'll see
on
what
the
happens.
yeah on the World's Air, I like the square corners that some of them had and their intersection points. You know.
Arrestees and David Fitzgerald, I think, got the best corners there. Most predictable corners there. There's one guy, I can't remember where he's from. I believe it's Italy. I can call his name. Usually, I can't call it right now. I got to talk to the doctor about that Monday. The stuff I'm on, I had trouble remembering people's names. But Sergio, he's got his plane's got a really nice corner too. But some of them, the square corners, instead of looking like this, they look like this or this. They just really bow out. They make a corner, and instead of being bang, it's up like this, and then they curl it back in, and then make another corner. They're not square. It's oblong at best.
And then some of them noticed.
Go ahead.
Some of them noticed that you got big circles and big squares, and then others a little bit smaller down to the right. Looks like the right size anyway. But
yeah, the ones that are the right size are the little ones.
Yeah.
A lot of them fly just way too big, and their scores reflected. I watched when they come in and they post their scores, and they reflect it.
Okay, so that shows
I
they're
mean,
smaller
yeah.
then.
Well, if you got Igor Berger as a judge, you know Igor knows what it's supposed to look like. I don't know how many times he's been world champ, but at least 3. And he's incredible. And he knows what it's supposed to look like. Man, I was looking at scores on the circle he was judging, and I watched the guy. I said, "Man, those loops are just way too big." And then I saw the scores, and I didn't see his every score. I just saw the overall. But yeah, he was flying too big. And then one guy from Japan, man, his stuff was transistorized. It was almost too small, and he scored way high. So they like the small maneuvers.
They like the small ones. Okay.
They like small maneuvers and hard corners, it looked like, on that circle. Now, some of the other circles might have been different. I didn't pay attention to just that one circle.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, that's the one Lou was on. That's when David was on. And that's the one I wanted to watch.
Was there 3 circles that they were all
Yeah,
flying
there's 3
on?
circles.
Because
Until
Sparky was up
today.
front, and then way back in the back, you could watch some planes flying. And
Yeah, there was 3 circles they were flying. I think there was 3 circles.
it seemed like
I believe there was 3 circles.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think it was 3.
yeah. They were flying the
Yeah.
2 on the end of the L pad, and they were flying the 1 on the L portion. They weren't flying circle 1, Judge. That was a practice circle. But if you've ever flown circle 1, you got to really need to practice to go down there. That's the scariest circle there, because the wind comes up over that hill and will just mash you down or lift you up, throw you up. I've flown there with my stunt wagon, and felt like I was real lucky to get that sucker back. And David flew over yesterday and in the wind and made it look like it wasn't a problem. But that's David. He's incredible anyway. And the rest of these is flying like what wind? So, I mean, those 2 guys are, when they are on, they are really, really on. And yesterday they had it on kill. I'm telling you, both of them looked like they were just taking it easy, going to save the best for last. And I think that's probably what they're doing. I hope that's what they're doing, because the Japanese and the Chinese came to play. Let me tell you, they flat came to play, and Sergio came to play. Those guys are really on.
Well, yeah, if you're going to go that far and spend that much money and stuff,
that's the truth.
You have to be good.
Yeah, there's another little girl there, a girl from, it's not Bolivia. I can't remember where she's from. But anyway, there's another little girl there that's flying really well. And it's fun to watch the girls fly, because they've got a different stance, and they just look so much different when they're flying. But man, you watch their patterns, and these ladies ain't no joke. They came to play. And the juniors, and all the juniors look good. I'm telling you, I didn't see any of the juniors that didn't look like they were just really having good days. All of them, American, Chinese, Japanese, everybody. They were all flying well.
So is there 4 to a team?
From what I understand, there's 2 mains, there's 3 to a team. And you got a junior, then you got a junior. And some of them have a woman. So some of them have as many as 5.
Oh.
So it's been, I don't know that to be the way it's done. It may be two and then a female. But anyway, some of them have female members, some of them don't. Some of them have juniors and some of them don't. But I'm telling you, they're all of them flying very, very well.
Yeah.
And if you watch YouTube, Mike Lonke let a Chinese combat flyer, little girl, fly his SV-11, and she flew it well. I was wondering who that was flying an SV-11 at the combat circle, but I was just watching the maneuvers, and they were flying it very well. And then I saw on YouTube today where Mike had let a Chinese girl fly his plane. She used to fly F-2B, and she changed over to F-2D, and she was putting up some really nice maneuvers yesterday. And then it was on YouTube today that he let her fly. Anywhere Mike goes, a party breaks out. He's a mess.
Yeah.
He's just a mess. He's a lot of fun to be around. But they combat guys went so long and so hard yesterday evening when we were done, I drove over there just to see what was going on. They were still going at it. I'm telling you, those guys, they're incredible. They evidently just don't get tired. But it was fun. I wanted to see some of the team racers. And the time I got over there, they'd already finished for the day. But them little planes are just little bitty things, little bat wing looking things.
Yeah.
And I watched the judges, what do they call it, processing them to see what was legal and what wasn't. They take the motor out of the plane and they look at the motor. And I'm sitting there, that don't show them the inside of the motor. You don't know what's been done inside. You don't know what it really is. But anyway, you know, they have their own rules, and as long as they go by them, more power to them. But they're little 15 size diesels. You wouldn't have known there were 15 listening to them.
Huh.
Man, it was diesel, but it was screaming.
So what all do they have for the worlds there? They have stunt and combat?
There was stunt, there was combat, there was speed, and there was team racers.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know what other racing, if they had any other racing other than just the little Batwing team racers, I don't know. But the speed circle stayed busy all day, every day. But I went over and watched the speed models, looked like 15s or they weren't big engines, with big, long, about a 3-foot inboard wing made out of stainless steel, most of them. And then a little bitty fuselage about this long. And the motor in that turned over on the side, just very, very airfoil. And you hear those things crank up, and they just sound like the god awful maddest bumblebee you ever heard in a Pepsi bottle. And that thing take off and fly and just look like it's going to screw that guy in the ground. And then they quit and glide about 7 laps, just sliding down to something that was somewhat manageable, and then finally come in and land. And I'm sitting there. The dude flying that thing got his arm, Gary, they take off and they throw their arm into this
pylon, yeah.
Yeah. And the guy is taking about 3 steps to make a circle. That's all he's got room for, about 3 hops to make a circle. And by the time the plane flies, it's 7 laps, and then it's other 7 laps to slow down to land. The poor guy sitting out there looking like he's ready to collapse. And he gets up, and I watched just a few minutes. He gets up, and 5 minutes later, that dummy went out there and did it again. He must be a glutton for punishment, because I'm telling you, I don't know how in the world he kept up with that airplane. But it was quite interesting. They make one flight, they use one prop. And those props aren't anywhere close to stop. A lot of them, some of them they're all 2 blades, but they look something like something ought to be on an 049. They're on a 15.
Yeah.
And I mean, they wind. These are glow motors. These weren't diesels. That's on the team racers. Man, those things were screaming. Turning all kinds of RPM.
And then you can't kiss the ground with them, or you gotta get to your plane quick and stop that engine or something.
Yeah. That one guy, he took off, and the carriage stayed on the airplane for about half a lap. And I mean, when it finally came loose, it hit the fence before it didn't hit the ground. It hit the fence and then fell to the ground.
You know, dollies that they start out on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was wicked looking. I mean, if somebody got in the way of that thing, it would hurt, because it was moving when it hit that fence. But I don't know. The whole week was impressive. The stunt planes. I mean, I'd like to see more designs than there were. There were Shinko Sharks and R3s. Most of them were Sharks. Like I said, I don't know if you were here when I told them earlier. Sunday when we got there, there was 27 planes on the field. That's not right. I've forgotten that. But anyway, there were 6 that weren't Cinco Sharks.
Yeah.
I think it was 19 Sharks and 7 of everything else. And that included 3 Americans that were on the field. None of our guys had Sharks. Well, the rest of these did, but he wasn't on the field at that time.
Pretty good weather, though, wasn't it?
Sunday was gorgeous. Monday was pretty. Tuesday was pretty. Wednesday was getting pretty darn hot, but it wasn't bad. We got a little bit of rain. It spit a little bit of rain, but they flew right through it. Yesterday, I understand they had rain delay and some other problems, not a rain delay, but they had some wind. And then today they had I think he said today they had a rain delay. I don't know. We left there Thursday morning about 10 o'clock. We went by the field. We stayed about 30 minutes and I came home. But I'm telling you what, Gary, it was a madhouse group of people. Everybody's doing what they can to get their stuff ready. Everybody was getting along. An Italian guy, his motor went bad. He didn't have a spare guy. Went and got him a brand new 3515 badass motor and just gave it to him. He said, "Here, put this in your airplane." And they trying to tell him he doesn't. Another guy come over and translate. I don't have the money for it. He said, "Put it in your airplane. You come all this way, fly." And just went out and flew it. There was an American guy. Gave him the motor and told him, "You come all this way, put it in there and fly. Let's get you in the air." So they swapped the motor out and he went and flew it. And he should have left that motor in his car. God, that guy could fly. No, seriously, he did a great job. But they went out and flew and just did a great job. Everybody looked like they were having fun. Everybody was getting along. And that's the name of the game. Just get out there and have some fun. It took me a lot of years to realize it ain't the trophies, it's the people. So, because I've got a bunch of trophies at home from everything, drag racing, sports car racing, go-kart racing, model airplanes, just all kinds of crap. And it's not the trophies. That's just stuff gathering dust out in the old building. It's the people you met along the way.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. It's just an awful lot of fun. But I tell you, it's neat. It was a neat week. I really had a good time with it, and I hope if everybody had as good a time as I did, it'll be a well-remembered contest.
It'll probably be the last time we'll see anything like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I won't be around in 20 years, so.
Yeah, probably me there.
Well, if my doctor keeps doing the crap he's doing, I might not be around in 2 years, let alone 20. They keep over medicating the crap out of me. I keep trying to tell them, just give me whatever you give a guy half my size.
What's that for? Your back?
Give me half as much as you give a guy my size. I've got congestive heart failure.
Is it your back? Oh, heart failure.
Heart failure. Yeah.
Okay.
I kept thinking my back was giving me a fit. I couldn't figure out what it was, and I went to the hospital. And they said, "All that's right coming from this." So now it's no salt and take 6 pills in the morning and 5 pills at night. And half the time you feel like you're so loopy. It's ridiculous. And then the rest, I just have no memory at all. I mean, there's people out there I've known for 50 years. Gene Martin. I've known Gene since the year I got married, 1974. I met him at the show, the contest in Winston-Salem at the Coliseum. Gene walked up out there, and I could not call his name to save my life. I knew the face, but I could not call his name. Kim Daughtry walked up, and I was talking to him and talking about different things, and I couldn't remember the names I need to remember for him. And I said, I know these people well, but I can't call their names right now. And my wife says, well, with what you're on and being tired too, it's not a surprise. So I don't know. We'll see. But I go to the doctor Monday, and hopefully they're going to take me off of some of this crap. I'm tired of being loopy. I don't drink because I don't like being loopy. And this stuff makes you feel like you've been out on a drunk most of the time. So hopefully they'll change some of that.
So what's caused it? Do you know?
What's what?
What caused it? Your heart to start?
Some of the what caused the heart failure?
Yeah,
I don't know. It runs in my family.
Oh, okay. So.
My mother died from it. My little brother died from it. My mama was one of 8, and 7 of them died from heart failure. And it's just in the family. It's just one of those things. My older brother's got it, but he's working through it like I am. My younger brother died from it because he wouldn't slow down. And I've got a wife that's determined you're gonna act like you got some sense in spite of yourself. So I have to. I don't have a choice. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna fly some more because I got some people I want to aggravate. I'm too mean not to try to aggravate some more. But a really good friend of mine said one of the best quotes I've ever heard. I went to a contest and I told him he was saying that he was having trouble. He just could not seem to get his act quite together. And I said, well, Jim, just slow down and just have fun. That's the main thing. Just have fun. And Big Jim turned around and looked at me and he says, kicking butt is my fun. he turned around and the next round, he went out there and flew like he was a little calmer, more relaxed. But he flew very well and did very well in the contest. I don't remember if he won, but he was on the podium. I know that. But those guys, Big Jim Lynch, he was quite a guy. I miss him. I used to call him and just talk to him, and he was quite a guy. Oh me, Gary, I think I'm gonna have to get out of here, Bubba.
Well,
It's 10 o'clock and I'm pooped.
I guess it'd be all right to close down on it. anyway,
Yeah.
anyway. But Sparky's been out there in the hot sun there all that time and stuff.
Oh man, he looked
And take it
baked
out
when
of
I
you.
saw him. He looked baked when I saw him last time yesterday. And that was at 10 o'clock. He looked like he'd seen it. He'd seen enough. He was red as a beet. He looked tired. And then when he went back to his hotel room yesterday, I figured we'd see him either at breakfast yesterday morning or we'd see him that evening at dinner. Man, you didn't see Sparky. He went to his room and he was done. That was it. I think he was cooked. But anyway, don't forget to shut YouTube down. Take care of yourself.
So what do I just hit the X first and then it should come up for YouTube next then, right?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because it says end.
Well, that sounds logical. That sounds like I know you're supposed to hit end. I don't know what you do after that.
Hit end first.
But yeah, try the end and see what happens. But anyway, you take care of yourself, sir, and we'll see you first of the week. See you Monday night.
Okay.
All right. Take care, Gary.
Yeah, yep. Thank you. Fair winds and tight lines, and we'll see you Monday night. See if I can do this. Turn that off there. And meeting for all.